Tiffany from Crafting for Them on Instagram and Facebook, and today I was asked a question about how I get white space around my photos or journaling cards in the Project Life app. So today I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. This is not a complicated method, but it's really difficult to explain in words. So I thought a quick little video here would do the trick. So you open up the Project Life app here, and you want to first start with a template that you can put your image in where it's completely surrounded by other white space or other card pockets, which will eventually become white space. So this image here, as I export it as a 12 by 12, you're going to see that it will be completely surrounded by white space when I import it into another layout. You are opening it as a photo because that's how you saved it. And then you see all this beautiful white space around it. Now I will say, the bad thing about this method is that when you do this, there's no quantitative way to set the size of your image. So if you're doing this with multiple photos side by side, you just kind of have to kind of play with it until you get it close enough to what the same size. And I'll show you what I mean here. We'll do another 3 by 4. I haven't I haven't edited these photos yet, so that's a great one. But you'll get the idea. So I'm saving the image, and then I'm going to import that image back into the layout I was working on. And this is what I mean. It's hard to get it exactly right. But if you're okay with working around that, then it's a really great trick. What I usually do is I wouldn't put these photos side by side. So I would make it close to the size as the other one. Put it in about the same spot, and then I would fill these picture spots with either a journaling card or additional full photos. These are very similar pictures, but you'll get the idea. So there you have it. You can do this with any size image, so not just 3 by 4s, but if you go back and you look at your template options, this one is great. Design A is great for a 3 by 4 vertical. Design D is great if you have a 3 by 4 horizontal photo. If you want to do a 4 by 6, then I normally use Design V. It doesn't really matter what template you use, just as long as it's completely surrounded with white space. So right now on this iPad, my preferences are set to have my drop shadows on. That doesn't make a difference if you are exporting photos, but if you are exporting a journaling card from the Project Life app and your drop shadows are on, I want to show you what will happen. If it's surrounded by white space, let's see this one. So you can see here, it won't necessarily be the actual drop shadow that's coming through, but it will be the outline of the card. You see that there? But if you turn the drop shadow off, then that will not be there. So let me show you what that looks like. So if I go to my preferences, which is the green quarter with the question mark. That'll bring up your preferences. And inside of this, you can set your favorite page template, your favorite collage, what font opens. Great options in here, square versus rounded corners. But then there's the drop shadows. So if I turn that off and then I close out, let's see if I can remember what kit that Today card was in. There we go. Now our drop shadow is off. When we export this, and you go back into a layout, and I'm opening it up as an image, you can see that there's nothing around it. And then you can get creative with how you want that to look on your page. Rather than it being in the center of the card, you can put it at the top and journal underneath it, at the bottom and journal above. You could also take this, move it to a 4x6 and put it in the corner. So then you have a little more options. But that's how I add additional white space. So I'm just going to go through this very quickly as a recap. You open up a new layout. You import your image or your journaling card into the slot that is completely surrounded by other card boxes. You open up your image. You hit your little sign up here to export, down here at the bottom, export as a 12x12 image, hit yes, save image, and then you go back into the template that you're working on, open up it as a photo, and then you have your white space. If you go here and put 2 pictures, this is a fun little way to do it. I have 2 photos side by side. I'm just importing these in quickly. Then you export. If you open it up here again, so sometimes you'll see these kind of photos on my pages. I like to line them up so that the center of the boxes below line up. It's not as wide, but that doesn't bother me. And then you have 2 photos in a 4x6 slot. And like I said, you can get really creative with that. If you do 3x4 horizontals on top of each other, those look really cool in the 3x4 slots. But you can really play around with that and have some more flexibility on the templates and the white space that you have available to you. So I know that this was kind of all over the board and not very professional at all, but I just wanted to get this out quickly so that you could work on this for your layouts for National Scrapbook Day.